What's up, and welcome to the Ghetto Film Room once again. We are back at it in Utah, Philly versus the Jazz, and I had to cover it because we got the W, we got the win, so why not? But first of all, shout out to Utah for bringing back the throwback purple uniforms, the old school glacier, what is it, mountains, ice jerseys. They're like one of my favorite jerseys of all time. But yeah, let's get into it. About James Harden, a lot of people say that he's washed, he's old, he sucks now. And now that he's like a Sixer, like a lot of people really hate him now, even more, because everybody hates Philly and their teams. But anyways, it is true that he's not as good as he once was. He's definitely not as dominant as he was during his MVP years, his 60-point triple-double days, and that's true. But the thing is that he's getting overshadowed by a lot of other dudes. Like Luka is just on a tear right now, going towards possibly his first MVP. But that doesn't mean that James Harden is a bad player. Like, he's still a really good player. Like, even though he's on a decline or he may be falling off slightly, he's still an all-star caliber player. He's still really, really good. And I thought that the Utah Jazz game was a good example of how impactful he could be. And here's a nice little overhead pass behind the back. No, over the head. Yeah. And then here's later in the first quarter, a nice little cut to the basket, behind the back, dish to EMBIID for an easy dunk. Ridiculous. So Joel EMBIID is a man of many moves. He could do a lot of things. And this season, for some reason, he's been trying to execute the Smitty, which is an old school move. If you're old, you know the move. I think if you're younger, the Professor, YouTube, he kind of does it. And yeah, you probably saw it. But anyways, he's been trying to do it this year, and he tries it here in Utah. First of all, shout out to James Harden for getting the defense to sucking in the defense. And of course, JoJo is wide open at the three. Bad pass. He could have, if it was a better pass, he could have had an open three, but instead he decides to try the Smitty. And as you see here, he's gonna look back and attack, but again, it's unsuccessful. One day he's gonna make that shot, and we can analyze it fully and appreciate it. But again, let's see it right here. Attractive defense, passes it out, bad pass, a small little oops. Defender doesn't bite for it at all. It's gonna happen one day, but it doesn't happen here. So another irrelevant play here that means nothing, but check this out. James Harden's gonna pass it to Joel EMBIID, who has no idea, and it drops right in his hands. So JoJo EMBIID gets talked about for a lot of stuff, but can you name another big guy that could do this? Other angles, chase down block. This guy's 300 pounds, 7 foot, on a fast break. And I'm telling you, man, I've seen like the craziest stuff with EMBIID, and this is no different. Check this out. Little triple team action. Triple team, 1, 2, 3 guys in the paint trying to guard EMBIID, and the jump shot, maybe a fourth guy. But yeah, I've seen it all. I think he misses a shot though. Almost. And you gotta show some love to DeAnthony Melton right here. Check this out. Or what are we gonna get? Pass the ball. Okay. Give him the ball. Swing it around. DeAnthony, you get a cross. And a pull back 3. Wet jumper. In slow-mo. THT, Tim Horton Tucker. Forgot his name. But he had a lot of highlights in this game. But I'll just give him this one. Look at this one. Nice. Behind the back. Scoops it over EMBIID. butter. Smooth. Horton Tuck. I almost got it right. So of course we gotta talk about the final 2 minutes, and it was all James Harden and Embiid. Everybody else is just kind of being role players as they should be, but we're gonna get a nice pick and roll here, and James Harden is in. Big has to come in, or tracks 2 of them. Third guy too. James could have maybe had a tough layup there, but he passes it back to Joel Embiid, who I don't know why he's so hesitant to take that shot. He kind of hesitates to take the open shot for some reason. I don't know, but he makes the shot harder for himself. But he gets the foul call anyways. Maybe it's to get the foul call, but if you're open, you gotta shoot the ball. And next possession, I feel like a lot of our rebounding issues is because we can't hold down the perimeter. Our perimeter defense is pretty bad, which means that Joel Embiid has to step up, and you'll see it here when Clarkson, who had a monster game in this one, he's gonna just squeak on by James Harden, just kind of blow by him, and then the whole defense collapses, and JoJo has to come in and protect the paint, of course. And of course, he saw there the big was wide open. No one was boxing him out, and that is an issue. Maybe that's the reason why our rebounding is really bad. Next possession, and again another pick and roll with Embiid and Harden. Let's slow it down. I think the big does a good job here. Crashing down. They're both crashing down. Big does a good job getting in between. He could block the shot, or he could also guard Embiid. But James Harden's gonna be really crafty and get this left-handed little shot, and that was not the game. So next possession, we're gonna get a one-on-one with Jordan Clarkson and D'Anthony Melton, who is our best perimeter defender. They're just gonna let them go at each other. Why not? What do we get here? Behind the back, crossover pass. Tough shot. That was good defense, but even better offense by Clarkson. And then we're gonna get look at those jerseys, but we're gonna get the last shot. So here's the last shot. We're gonna get another pick and roll, but they're gonna do it on one side of the court, right there, on the right side, and leave everybody out here. Tyrese Maxey out here. He can shoot a 3. Shake Milton and Melton for the 3. So if any of these guys decide I should go and help out, they're supposed to kick it out, and then they just play hot potato until somebody shoots a 3. But they don't do that because it's the regular season and teams don't really care. And James Harden again is going to go inside, and a nice little fadeaway bunny by JoJo for the win. Let's see it again. Center's too far. Hold on. Slow it down. So James Harden's good pick. Center's down there, and Joel Embiid could basically do whatever he wants. Decides to do a little dirt fadeaway, and he could make that in his sleep. So with that said, Sixers win. Ghetto Film Room, episode number 3. Peace.